Who is this Yadav? May I know your name? May I know your name? Who is Yadav? Please unmute yourself. Who is Yadav? I don't know. Who are you? Please write your full name over here and your branch. Who is Yadav here? Okay, today we will read about reading skills. So what are the different types of reading skills? And what is its importance? So I think this is the maximum number of attendance, and I will share the attendance QR code over here on your screen only. You will give your attendance from there only. I will not share in the group. And this is the number of attendance. So no problem for me to just to give 5 students attendance. Okay, fine. See, now I'm sharing the screen about reading skills. First, what we know about reading skills. Any one of you, please, can you say me about reading skills? What is a reading skill? And what is its importance in our life? And what is the most important thing that one should have a knowledge of reading skill? And how many types of reading skills are there? Can any one of you can say me? Any one of you? Any one of you? Can any one of you say me what is the reading skill? Will all you people be mute? क्या आप लोग कुछ बोलोगे नहीं?
ये तो नहीं सुनता मेरा साला।
हाँ, बोले कुछ आप लोग बोलोगे नहीं, सिर्फ सुनना है क्या?
मैम नहीं जानते हैं।
रीडिंग स्किल क्या है? रीडिंग का मतलब क्या होता है, पहले बोलो ना। रीडिंग क्या होता है? पढ़ना होता है कि नहीं होता है? रीडिंग का मतलब पढ़ना होता है कि नहीं होता है?
जो नंबर बोलते रहे लोग फिर से भुका रहा है हमको।
हाँ
हेलो,
हाँ हेलो,
हाँ नंबर लो इनमें से।
क्या है रीडिंग स्किल का? तो रीडिंग स्किल हम लोग क्यों यूज करते हैं, और व्हाट आर द 4 टाइप्स ऑफ रीडिंग स्किल्स? There are 4 types of reading skill, that are skimming, scanning, intensive and extensive. और रीडिंग स्किल को हम लोग क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट मानते हैं? Why reading skill is important? See, reading skill, we always need a good reading skill. Why? And one teacher should always give his or her effort to make their students have a good reading skill, because it can improve the effectiveness and speed of their reading. Okay. Next one. What are the different types? Sunil Kumar Singh, you are sleeping and what you are doing?
I didn't thought.
So, effective reading. What are effective reading and what are its general advice? We have seen that we can read anything in a quiet surrounding. कोई भी शांत जगह पे हम अच्छे से पढ़ सकते हैं, लिख सकते हैं. Why we say always need a peaceful surrounding for study. So, consider where you read. First thing, always read in a well quiet place that is free of distractions, and always try to pronounce the words very clearly. Next one, read at times you can concentrate. When you can concentrate, at that time only you should read. When you can't concentrate on anything, please don't read, because that time what you will read, that will not being memorized. Next thing, remember that reading text always needs something that is beyond yourself. जो आपकी अपनी खुद की इच्छा होती है ना, जब तक आप खुद में आपकी ये इच्छा नहीं होगी कि I can read, I will read, up to that you can't do anything. जब आपका अपने मन से इच्छा होगी कि हाँ I can do, I will read, then only your reading skills will be improved. Now, first is skimming. Here I have something is that for learning the art of reading, you should know the 4 basic types of reading skills that a reader may use in any language. These types will be discussed in this section. Skimming. Skimming is used to quickly gather the most important information or gist from the document or novel that you read. For this, you should make your eyes run over the text, noting important information. You may also go through the contents of the chapters rapidly, picking out the understanding the keywords, concepts. For example, while reading the newspaper in the morning, you quickly try to get the general news of the day and discover which articles you would like to read in more detail. Suppose I want to read, I have a habit of reading a newspaper in the morning, but my interest is in sports. As all we know, the important news of any of the nation or world is given on the first page of the newspaper. But I have my interest in sports, so I will turn to which page? Sports page. In the same way, what things you love, your eyes run over to that text only first. Next one. If we say that no, I don't have any interest, I have interest in share markets. So I will share what the rate of shares are going on. A very useful example I can give you of reading a skill, that when we are childs, some books we find very attractive, which have pictures, the quality of the paper is very good, that takes our attention. And those books of NCERTs, the pages are rough, the picture quality is blue type. We don't find interest in reading that types of books. So why the quality of the books, picture quality, why the books of the children are so costly? Because there are many kinds of graphics, the use of colors and all those things are make a child attraction towards the book. और हमें कभी कभी क्या होता था, oh we have got a marker, no this is an important one, ये एग्जाम में ये this question can come from inside, we used to give a mark. हम उसको क्या करते थे, हम लोग हाईलाइट कर देते थे, नहीं एग्जाम टाइम में टाइम कम मिलेगा रिवीजन के लिए, we should highlight it. Still we have some habits. अगर हमको अभी भी कुछ अच्छा लगता है बुक्स में, नॉवेल्स में, हम लोग क्या करते हैं, उसको हाईलाइट कर दो, no this is important, this is a very good quotation, this line is very good. तो हम लोग उसको क्या करते हैं, उसको हाईलाइट करते हैं. So तब हम when we turn over the pages, our eyes definitely goes to that things, those lines which we underline. So here is that noting important information. You may also go through the contents of the chapters rapidly, picking out and understanding the keywords and concepts. Some important formulas are there. What you wish to do? We just make an underline or just we do a highlighting part. Now this part is called skimming. Now there is a scanning part. Scanning is used to find a particular piece of information. In this type of reading, you allow your eyes to run over the text, looking for the specific piece of information that you need. You use the scanning when you go through your schedule or meeting plan. Okay, Saurav, what happened, Saurav? You have raised your hand, Saurav. What happened? Saurav Kumar. You raise your hand, please ask your question. I think like that only, yes, raise your hand. Next part. Next part हमारा क्या है? Scanning. At the specific piece of information that you need, you use the scanning when you go through your schedule or meeting plans, look for specific advertisements or some specific information in a book. This is the most effective way of getting information from magazines. To scan the table of contents or indexes and turn directly to interesting articles to arrive at the specific information. See, here is the given the example of magazines and all those things. But sometimes we have, when we want some kinds of jobs, employments, vacancies, we used to see where is the vacant space. We used to, हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We used to tick mark, oh, this is, yeah, I have all the qualities, I can qualify, yeah, this qualities, yeah, this certificates are with me, yeah, I have done this. You just do a revise from your mind. No, I can submit my application. No, I can apply for this job. But there are so many employments, so many vacancies are there. At that time, we choose some of particular piece of information which suits us. So that time we used to keep that things. We used to draw some boxes. We used to mark like tick marks. This type of things we used to do. What does this show? This shows our schedule. No, this is the last date for this. First, I should apply for this. Okay. It can be applied later. Sometimes I have some times of some amount of time in my hand. Like this, we used to do. That part is called scanning. So, reading part on that, when we have a particular piece of information that from what I should say, from a huge group of information, we used to collect some information which are useful for us. That types of things are called scanning. Next, extensive reading. Extensive reading क्या होता है? Extensive reading is used to obtain a general understanding of a subject. General understanding of a subject. What do you mean by a general understanding of a subject? क्या होता है general understanding of a subject? Can any one of you? What is this general understanding of a subject? General मतलब क्या होता है? Normal. General information, general understanding. क्या होता है general understanding का मतलब? What do you mean by this general understanding of a subject? That we have some idea on that subject. जिसमें हम completely we are not blank. We cannot be get full dead by someone. We have some idea on that subject. ये होता है general understanding of a subject. कुछ हम लोग उसके बारे में idea है. Still we are having some ideas. It includes reading of the longer text for pleasure and business reports to know about the general trends. In this type of reading, you should not worry if you do not understand each and every word. You can use this type of reading to improve your general knowledge of business procedures or to know the latest marketing strategies. Also, while you read a novel before going to bed or magazine article that interests you, you use your extensive reading skills. Now, extensive reading skills. Extensive reading skills क्या है? हम लोग extensive word का use क्यों कर रहे? Extensive reading skill. What does it mean? Skills तो समझते हैं, there is some kind of skill हम लोग जानते हैं. What is extensive and intensive? Extensive reading skill क्या होता है? Intensive reading skill क्या होता है? Just in short, I am saying you please try to remember. It is a very good term, this extensive reading and intensive reading. Extensive reading जो होता है हमारा, it is a reading of a longer text. That is some kind of books, novels. Okay. For the pleasure and to develop general reading skill. ये हम अपने खुद के लिए करते हैं. For our personal pleasure. Nobody says that please read a novel when you go to bed. कोई नहीं बोलता, but it is of our habit. Some people have the habit that before when they go to bed, they used to read some novels for their self pleasure and to develop good reading skills. To अच्छा लगता है, वो खुद के लिए करता है. No one forces him. and no one outsider will give you a pressure. No, you have to do. You have to do. You have to do this much pages today. You have to say me what you have read last night. No, no one has the power that they will say. So extensive reading, that is a long test, and that reading skills done for self pleasure. No outsider is involved. Now intensive reading. Intensive reading यहाँ पे क्या है? Intensive reading is used on shorter text in order to extract detailed information. It includes very close and accurate reading for details. You use this skill to grasp the details of a specific situation. In this case, it is important for you to understand each word, information, or fact. When you read your textbook for understanding the concept of various theories, you have to read intensively. You also require to read every single detail when you want to go for an insurance claim or want to sign a contract. Intensive reading skills help you understand and interpret the text, infer its central idea, observe the common thread that runs through it, and intuit its overall purpose and significance. Intensive reading का मतलब क्या होता है? It is a very short kind, a shorter text, but a very detailed information. This kind of readings includes कहाँ होता है हमारा contract sign. It's very accurate. The details are very accurate, and these things you have to follow. हर स्पेसिफिक सिचुएशन, हर स्पेसिफिक डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन, हर एक वर्ड का यहाँ पे मीनिंग होता है इंटेंसिव रीडिंग. नाउ एक्सटेंसिव एंड इंटेंसिव रीडिंग, तो हम लोग क्या समझे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दैट इंटेंसिव रीडिंग इन्वॉल्व्स लर्नर्स रीडिंग इन डिटेल with specific learning aims, tasks, while extensive reading involves learners reading text for enjoyment and to develop general reading skills. Now, intensive reading activities include skimming a text for specific information, to answer true or false statement, or filling gaps in a summary, while scanning a text to match headings to paragraphs and scanning jumbled paragraphs, and finally reading carefully to put them in a correct order. Okay, intensive reading में everything is a particular order. They maintains a particular order. Have you ever seen any type of contract? जब हम किसी तरह का contract करते हैं, everything is written in a proper and correct order. Now, how you will say principle of intensive reading क्या होता है? What are the principles of? देखिए, extensive reading does not, means there is no certain types of things to remember in extensive reading, but in intensive reading there are various types of things that you have to remember. That there are some basic principles in intensive reading also. The first one is understanding, the second one is summarizing, and the third one is test. Because understanding what have been written, you have to first understand. When you will understand, when you have a better idea, when you can read better, when you have good vocabulary, means vocabulary ability, that time only you will understand the word meanings, because the word meanings generally changes from place to places and from the sentences. किससे उस word का use हो, वो depend करता है उसका sentence का use के ऊपर. नेक्स्ट, समराइजिंग. इंटेंसिव रीडिंग में कोई भी चीज को आप लिखा हुआ रहा इन वेरी डिटेल में, इन वेरी एक्यूरेट वे. अब आपको उसको समझना है छोटा करके कि वो लिखा क्या है, ये है क्या, व्हाट इज द मेन पॉइंट इट इज सेइंग. वो डिटेल्स में लिखता है, उसका आपके दिमाग में आपको सोचना है, उसको समराइज, व्हाट इज द बेसिक थिंग इट वांट्स टू टेल. नाउ टेस्ट. टेस्ट क्यों बोला जाता है? बिकॉज व्हेन यू रीड, व्हेन यू समराइज ऑन इन योर माइंड, टेस्ट क्यों? क्या ये मेरे लिए सही रहेगा? वेदर इट विल बी गुड फॉर मी, वेदर इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर मी और नॉट. तो हम लोग खुद में ये डिसाइड अप करते हैं ना कि नहीं ये सही होगा, ये गलत होगा, क्या मुझे करना चाहिए, क्या ये मुझे नहीं करना चाहिए. So it needs to set our mind more firmly to get a proper better retention. इसलिए प्रिंसिपल क्या हुआ हमारा इंटेंसिव रीडिंग का? अंडरस्टैंडिंग, समराइजिंग एंड टेक्स्ट. What is the test? Test is within yourself only, whether it will be helpful for me or not. अगर आपको लगता है हाँ ये मेरे लिए बेनिफिट है, then I will agree. आपको लगता है नहीं ये तो मेरे लिए बेनिफिट नहीं हो रहा है, I am not getting any benefit, you will not send that things. यही होता है ना. हम लोग कभी कभी बोलते ना आउटकम. क्या है आउटकम? What is this outcome? What is the need of giving assignments? Outcomes based learning हम लोग बोलते. What is this outcome based learning activities? To develop this kind of skills, to develop active learning skills, to develop active communication skills, to develop active reading skills. These assignments are giving, these are called assessment methods. The assignments, sets, class, reading activities, this all comes in the assessment methods of learning outcomes. Okay. Now, next point. Next point is method of reading. There are several methods of reading with different breaks for different kinds of material and purposes. Self-vocalized reading, it combines sight reading with internal sounding of the words as if spoken. It is a bad habit that slows down the pace of both reading and comprehension. However, some studies shows that it helps the readers better, particularly while reading complex text. Now, ये क्या है? Self-vocalized reading. Self-vocalized, vocalized मतलब हम क्या समझते हैं? बोलना. अब self-vocalized क्यों बोला जा रहा है यहाँ पे? Why we are saying self-vocalized reading? अब इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Self-vocalization. इसको हम ये भी बोल सकते हैं self-vocalization means silent speech. Silent speech. I have a question. How you can stop self-vocalizing when reading? How you can? और इस self-vocalization bad? क्या self-vocalization bad है? Self-vocalization, I will explain. Self-vocalization is a very common habit among readers. It involves saying words in your head while reading as one of the main reasons why people read slowly and have trouble improving their reading speed. Many speed reading programs tend to exaggerate and will falsely claim that the key of speed reading is to eliminate the habit of self-vocalization. However, after study shows that eliminating this habit completely is not possible. Self-vocalization का proper अगर हम meaning अगर हम लोग बोलेंगे, what is self-vocalization? क्या होता है self-vocalization का मतलब? Any one of you? Any one of you I want to know. कोई भी बोल सकता है सब वोकलाइजेशन का मीनिंग क्या है? सब वोकल का मीनिंग क्या है? What is the meaning of sub vocal? Non voice, silenced. Silence. Sometimes क्या होता है ना, हम पढ़ते पढ़ते we used to read, we find some words that are hard. हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, उसको धीरे से पढ़ के पार हो जाते हैं, उसको धीरे से हम लोग पढ़ के पार हो जाते, तो वो क्या होता है, सब वोकलराइज्ड, वो चुप हो जाते हैं, कभी कभी वो लिपसिंग करते, हिलाते हैं, सिर्फ मुंह को हिलाते हैं. You have seen when we are in school time, we stand in a line of prayer. सारे बच्चे गा रहे हैं, हमको आज गाने का मन नहीं, हम सिर्फ लिप्स हिला रहे हैं. That thing is सब vocalized. इसलिए यहाँ पे लिखा है कि it combines sight reading and internal sounding of the words as if spoken. It is a bad habit that slows down the pace of both reading and comprehension. However, some study shows that it helps the readers better, particularly while reading complex text. Okay. Okay, I am stopping this sharing right now. And I am sharing your attendance. Please do your attendance. Okay. I am sharing the QR code with you people here only. Please do your attendance because there are 7 people. For that, I don't think that I have to share the QR code in the group. Okay. When you will able to see the screen, please tell me. Any one of you. Hello, am I